So let's see if they up the tempo.
Oh, and John P. He's there on a trap. You see Alarma plays contact. He
1
swings
HP?
out. The timing's just off.
Got dinked.
He's not able to find.
He might re-clear for info.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
So that's so much space gained, and also obviously getting the pick off on Forsaken. And once again, Sai going for his patented sewers peak. Doesn't find too much, but a little bit of damage, and again confirms where the hit's coming from.
Well, if the first time it doesn't work, perhaps you swing again.
Oh, Jing!
The Trailblazer and the Paranoia were a bit too
What?
much. As he eventually falls,
Trent.
now we see Jing start to turn online, push his way forward, establish control for a short, and try to make his way onto the site. And PRX have done just fine.
And even when they have the information there, you could see what was Trent looking at. And they try to get off on site as well with Jonah P's flashes, but you just have Jing running at you like a madman, and that's the sort of thing that will catch you unawares. That's the sort of thing that did get them that win on this map against DRX.
You have to remember this has been a disappointing start.
Honestly, okay, when I was giving prediction for this map though, I gave such a half-assed answer. I did not give a direct answer because I do not actually know for sure.
So close to getting past their North American brethren, but ultimately let it fall to the side. And for Paper X, maybe not as close, but again, not expected to be here.
One thing that Reyna is so good for is being a piss-around demon. You get one kill,
I think expectations
you are just
severely raised.
You're revved up, ready to go.
Run throughout the group.
An engine that has just started
and didn't make it out.
Yeah, I think you're right.
They looked so good, and Paper Rex beat them multiple times to make it to towards the first seed.
That's right.
So only just a Marshall bot, but
Am I
there's a
going
lot
deaf?
of presence here from the guard inside of Garage. And they just smoke to make it look like they're crossing towards A, but it actually is going to be a full-on C hit from the looks of it.
I do feel like the guard
There's
is
a lot
really
of
scary
presence
to
here.
play
They could
against
retake
when
way
they're on
faster than
their
Paper Rex
save
could
rounds.
expect.
Because they do everything really good
Trailblazer in the
as a team.
smoke, the Paranoia, the dash, it's all there. They've taken the space. You mentioned the retake and how quickly it could come because of how close they were. But so far it's been quiet. Side player still making his way over.
There it is.
And now they choose to push forward, and while Jing gladly welcomes them. Are they expecting to push down long though?
Yeah, but Net just has
one enemy
classic.
remaining.
So what can you do?
Yeah, there's not a whole lot he can do there.
The person I would have loved to have there would be Saya, but that's also not the best play because you're lurking with a Marshall.
Oh.
Okay, let's see what you got.
Gross.
We've seen so
Scaring
many
the shit out of me.
that are just like mind-blowingly good, and that's the thing that happens when you actually come to this LAN stage, is you really start to feel, I don't know, superpowers in some cases, magical in some cases.
All right, Jing is 7-0 already.
Exactly.
Widowmaker moment.
7-0 already in the first 2 rounds. That's exactly what you want from Paper Rex.
Just go fuck him up, go. Oh shit.
And the thing as well is that Paper Rex is a team that last year, when
wait,
they came
that's
to
such a
Massive Berlin,
mood.
they were
That
using
is
that for
such a mood.
experience.
Getting no scoped and going, oh
This time
shit.
around, that first game definitely not what they wanted. They expect
Oh
to actually
man.
post a result.
Man, Paper
here in
X is such a
Reykjavik.
fun team.
Valen already rotating really early, going to get the heal from Trent just by getting spammed through the garage door. And that leaves a little opening for Net here. And his utility is not actually being used on the C site.
Forsaken having to updraft and try to get away while Benkai falls. You hear the Seekers have come on through to try to establish control into Garage. The Paranoia after C is going to clear the
Wow.
way. Forsaken waltzes his way in. And PRX.
Holy shit, they're running at them. See, this is what I'm talking about. If they're disrupting the guard,
I mean,
that's the only way that, like, I think the guard could
actually,
falter.
you expect them to be covering these types of things. That's the fundamentals that they were so good at throughout their run in North America. Right now, Doug, I'm already starting to feel a little indifferent about the way that you're seeing some of these guys play. From Valen at the beginning of that round, leaving Garage because of the spam. And then also the setup from Net as the retake goes. 2 versus 2, actually.
Trent's just so weak.
Player standing.
Doable.
Mind Freak has gotten himself in a pretty tough spot.
Oh.
Not able to convert. Bala. PRX found the openings that they needed to. You mentioned that they were picking the guard apart, but they take the site right back.
And there was a lot of time right there where there was nothing really happening. They got into post-plant positions. Jing got the early kill. We also had the peek from Garage. I mean, they had so much space, but they let it go. And when you give Sai that space, he will take a massive advantage of it. Already starting off good against Forsaken. And that's somebody you expected actually to be leading the charge
one thing,
for Paper Rex.
I think Paper Rex's playstyle will always be like a double-edged sword. Like you play aggressive, you'll win a shit ton of rounds like that, but at the same time you'll bite yourself in the ass.
Set something up, see if Saya can get an opener. Flash should give some position away. My goodness, look at that! Utility just litters your screens, and Jing boldly pushes his way forward and then dismisses out.
What is that? They finally pick him off, but they're still going to challenge. Mindfreak gets another 2, and Trent continues to trade.
He's still healthy. Mindfreak playing
the
rolling thunder right up at Cliff.
What is happening?
Mindfreak pushes his way in right past it.
What is happening?
It's a 2v2.
And they're still fighting over a lobby this entire round for 40 seconds so far.
They're still right up on top of each other. Net's on the other side of the site. It's going to fall down to a 1v1.
What is happening?
He just now returned his turret as well, so he's not going to have that to actually peek, but it doesn't matter. He's going for the flank anyways. Benkai has to feel this out. Has his camera too, though.
Oh, is he going to push?
Yep, going to place it. And he's not actually pushing or finding any new information here. Just kind of waiting for a peek to come in from Sewers.
Oh my god, wait. Is he going to tap his camera immediately after? Then you'll see him. Yep.
Net is caught instantly. Both Sentinels in a position to win the round for their teams. The turrets up, provide some contact and a little bit of damage onto Benkai as he repositions, forcing Net to take the initiative, and he's going to have to do it. Benkai's there.
Oh
he's
my
waiting.
god.
He lands the shots, and he gets the kill for Paper Rex.
And already 2 rounds come down to a 1v1.
How did it? Look at how many dead bodies are here. Did you see that? It's a graveyard.
Well. This is going to be good.
These guys are playing a battle royale.
From start to finish.
It's like a Call of Duty Warzone. Like you're
exactly just that. Scrappy.
You're landing in the hot spot.
Round in a lobby. Neither team wishing to cede space. Unbelievable.
Spike down.
And Paper Rex comes out on top, even though it looked really good. There was the rolling thunder from Jonah P, but it just slightly advanced, just slightly misses his target, and leaves a gap.
Set up Saya player, yeah, he's got the Blade Storm, but the Paranoia pushes him back.
That's a great reaction. The dog as well, he's dead.
And
the Reyna Lear.
Everything. That guy never had a chance.
We were talking so much about how the Lear was useless in a lot of instances. And there you find exactly why, but this is obviously an anti-eco. Tried to get something from the knives, though, from Saya player. Nothing actually found.
I know exactly where you are.
Neural Theft comes through.
Oh!
Information gained, and Jang just continues to farm.
Yeah, he is insane right now. Also, to note the fact that Guard actually went for something there on the eco round from them with just the knives. This tournament, when it comes to these surprises that we keep seeing, is all about those eco-round performances, how many thrifties each team individually is getting, and resisting in certain instances.
Holy shit, how many kills does Jing have already?
Great job there.
I swear to god, this guy has like 11, 12 kills already.
In this tournament, it seems like you get
11.
At least 2 thrifties a map.
Yeah, I'm actually disappointed in myself not to actually look up the numbers of thrifties compared to other events.
Another gun round.
Refresh stream, you're behind.
Here on Haven, but out of position to make something happen again. You got no operator, just rifles.
It's probably just my stream natural delay.
On the side of Paper X,
you're talking about.
It's going to be in the hands of Forsaken. It looks like he wants to challenge long. There's no one's going to give him an angle.
The last round as well. Remember that Trailblazer that cleared back Saya player.
Oh, they're playing retake, eh?
Give props to Divide for that one. Jing's going to have a lot of space to clear, and Net is here.
What ults do they have?
From the B side.
They have the Killjoy ulti with...
What does that mean actually for the defense, though? It actually means that he's alone here.
Seekers
and Trent
as well.
And Jonah P have to really cover up the B side in the garage. And that leaves a numbers advantage on the actual site.
There goes Timmy.
He's got the lockdown. And because there's no breach, he could use it in a lot of different places. No Sova either. Really nothing to counter the lockdown.
He's set up for it. Thinks twice about it, expecting the push to come through, and it doesn't. And there comes the lockdown.
Spike planted.
They have to fall back.
You know what they could do?
I'm looking for
If Mindfreak was in the site, he could Omen ult somewhere and then cancel it last second.
Love the flash delay a little bit more, but it's responded with a fault line of their own. The Seekers 2 to deny even more space.
PaperX is also flanking around through B, so if they're going to get the side back, they're going to have to do it very quickly. But the delay, there's so much smoke, there's so much work to have.
Kind of planted for them.
Jonah P in a decent spot. If he spots anything, no.
The reflect as well.
Enemy remaining.
Benkai, my
Oh
goodness,
my god,
he
the
just
chaos.
snaps. 3 kills in the round.
The craziest part about that flank, though, Doug, was actually Mindfreak went out ahead of Benkai, said, hey, I'm going to take the fight first, and they're going to think the rest of the flank is clear. So Mindfreak got one. No, he just went down entirely. And then Benkai, look, nobody's looking at him. Trent trying to tap the spike. Such a good play from PaperX, expecting the lockdown, knowing the deficiencies of their comp. And that's immediately a timeout out of MCE. They've got to figure out exactly how to cover up the approach so far from PaperX. I expect Net to go back to a similar setup, but also maybe not use so much utility for covering up other spots on the map as an extra man. Instead, use it really to lock down those sites, because that is the type of approach that PaperX is throwing at them. Once again, a lot grouped out from the guard towards A, but this time, for PaperX, it's a heavy ceiling. So, if they can get a couple flanks off, if PaperX goes all the way up towards C, that's going to be good, but that cage might actually bait out even more utility here from the guard. No, just pistols. They're going to try to walk through potentially. For the Trailblazer.
Yeah. You mentioned the Trailblazer, the Lear, the Paranoia. There's nobody home. PRX efficiently take the site.
Yeah, see, they're just going to run at you.
We have to remember that the guard didn't bring much to this fight. But it doesn't seem like this is going to be one of those magical thrifty rounds that we've had in this tournament.
Oh my gosh.
Very clean, prime gaming flawless from PaperX.
Actually different.
From the beginning, nothing went for the guard there. Nobody is actually showing up towards that A side for them to actually fight for. And the hit is too strong and too fast out onto C for anything to be done from it. And the great thing about what PaperX did, as soon as they realized what's going on, as soon as they realized there was a stack on the other side of the map, not only is Benkai lurking up B,
okay, gun round. Let's see it.
Deep.
What did they? Let's see what they talked about. If it made any difference.
Position for himself, and gives his team plenty of time to react. So now on the gun round, Jonah P has his Rolling Thunder again. We could use that to retake. For once, actually, we have Saya player set up with the op over towards A long. And they're going to re-clear through sewers with the Trailblazer, but looking for Forsaken at the same time. He's being aggressive by himself.
Wow, Forsaken's the kind of player, too, that draws eyes, right? Like,
absolutely.
As a team, you're willing to invest more than one player.
The Seekers used right away to clear A lobby because of how often guard has been paid.
Oh, the Reina flash.
Here. And it actually pushes off Saya player.
Well, they know the op is here now, and they continue to push
He legged him.
It's a leg.
First shot misses. Excuse me, he hits him up, and my goodness, this is an excellent response out of the guard.
The ult, though, from Mindfreak, that could be massive. He's inside already.
That's a spike.
Spike down A.
Forsaken still has his op.
Player
Mindfreak is here
standing.
too. Just Forsaken. Op battle goes in favor of Sai as he gets to 3. The guard get to 2. And it's been interesting to watch as the guard, continue to invest early utility to fight for A main control. And there's really just been one round that I can think of that PaperX like full sent into it.
Yeah.
Right? And that was a chaotic 40-second fight in A main. Other than that, it seems like they're comfortable waiting some of that early utility out and then re-aggressing.
Sure, absolutely. I mean, there's also moments where you saw a Saya player, like, for example, on pistol round set up in his classic on top of the box spot down in sewers. I feel like that was more, this round just now was more that type of style, but going for an early peek, Mindfreak could be a massive find for Saya player.
It's a similar setup. It's a fault line, and then he swings off of that. You see they're patient for it. Saya player did not take any damage, so he's healthy. He's okay.
I have to see that type of discipline for Mindfreak to immediately
the breach hole.
Spam that double door and find that peek.
And the breach seed.
Not at all what
They're
we
trying
saw
to funnel them
yesterday.
into garage.
Rolling Thunder used to delay to keep PRX mid. Oh, and the Lear and the Flash nets in a world of hurt, but Saya player's there!
Oh, Saya.
2 massive kills. Net gets 2 of his own.
Down mid.
Here we go.
They test the waters in garage. And the guard with a very nice setup. It looked like Net was going to be in a world of hurt, but a Prime Gaming flawless comes through. The guard, maybe it was the timeout, I don't know, whatever it was, but
yeah,
they're
no.
figuring
So
things out here.
Breach used all his utility trying to funnel them into the garage. Like trying to funnel them into the stack.
They actually peeked out a window. The fact that they got such damage and pushed side player off, I think they really expected him to fall off. But Valen makes the call. They need to stay close. Net as well stays right on the edge. Saya player baits him in. Nobody's checking. I was just mentioning, too, the discipline that Mindfreak has shown so far, at least even in that round, completely unlike what we saw.
Oh, they might just break for C.
Again, the fault line into A main. Saya peaks short.
Yeah, they're brute forcing.
Continue to push towards C. The paranoia is going to delay things a bit, but is countered by paranoia of their own and the leer that we've seen many a time. This time the guard seems to be holding up okay, but Forsaken not satisfied.
Benkai's in.
The round is gone so far. He's going to be able to go back, pick up the spike, and look at Benkai. Look at Benkai. Saya there with the blades.
Oh.
Takes Benkai's head off.
Saya had such a good read right there.
From Saya player. And Forsaken was already starting to make the rotate
knowing
back
that
over
they would
towards
just walk into
even
B.
knew that this was potentially going to go awry the way that he's trying to wide swing that angle. The Seeker gives up to position 2, and Saya's already here. Way deep out. But not choosing to swing. Still a lot of utility here for Trent actually to respond.
He's got plenty of info at this point. Now understands what's on the other side. Saya player tries to go up. Not able to land any shots. Forsaken on the back foot, having to reposition. The tap is there for Saya as he pulls off. And he's so patient. There's really not a whole lot Forsaken can do, though. Once again, on the tap, the spam through smoke. He's able to get one. Saya,
no more smoke.
Half. He's so weak. Another tap, Forsaken with the Blade Storm. First, shoulder. The second, the Blade's not landing. The Vandal, he has to reload.
You saw the op come out.
It's a game of
oh my gosh. That was a fucking anime battle. I was watching an anime right there.
Second time now that we've seen Paper Rex win a clutch just like that. And I said the game was going to be scrappy. Forsaken with unbelievable nerves in a situation that they actually had a read on it, and he still sticks with it. And the guard knows exactly what's going on, given the Seeker. But they just don't put themselves in positions. They're a little sheepish on the entry as he got the spike down. And then Saya player trusting in Trent, and that's a great thing to see.
Here.
But again, in that final 2v1, a lot of time for them to actually just take the fight to him.
Why didn't he just stick? That's so hindsight.
Keep note of how many 1v1s, 1v2s go which way and how that'll play out. As it seems like PRX once again decide they want to explore Garage. They get a couple openers. They're traded back, though.
Forsaken's position, the back of sight here is going to be really hard to clear, especially coming from Garage, but he's not looking.
Mindfreak is back sight.
That's covering for him.
Back long. He wants to push his way forward. Mindfreak's able to get one, but now his position's been given away. The swing out off the flash. It's too clean for Jonah P as he gets 4.
And they keep it tight. The guard.
Wait, what?
This could have been a very devastating half. And they've actually broken the money in the last round here of Paper Rex. So, while this half has definitely been, I mean, we can't sugarcoat it in any way, shape, or form. This half has been dominant from Paper Rex. They're giving themselves outs.
I don't know why
once we get closer to the second half.
You mentioned busted economy for Paper X.
Yeah,
2 Spectres,
busted.
2 Sheriffs. The guard looking to get us to a 5-7 half.
Haven't really explored this B site that often except for flanks. They're going to do just that now.
Oh,
wow.
Dashing forward off the flash as he's able to take her net.
He stopped shooting.
But the leader for the guard is able to trade it back. Rolling Thunder's going to keep him at bay, and it hits 3, it hits 4, I believe, but Benkai works his way up long. Now the neural theft is going to give everything away. As Trent and Side Player, the 2 that remain. Trent's fallen. It all falls onto Side Player with the op. It's not going to
Wait, this guy's playing Elden Ring.
Continues to
He used the iframes of the he used the iframes of the dismissed to dodge
and just
the shot.
Up. I mean, he's Empress.
Actual Elden Ring moment.
Invisible, and Side Player
find some more success.
Oh wait, dude, Paper X on defense looks scary against
really like their
DRX.
attack side, but this is an uphill battle.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you've seen how aggressive Paper Rex can be towards
Oh,
that
they're
A side
giving
of the
up,
map. They're
playing
continuing
retake.
the exact same thing, and right away the guard is reading into that.
He's gonna be saving
Pushing
his
to the C side.
Omen paranoia.
Got ourselves a 5v5 retake.
Yeah, Mind Freak was playing back C, feels pressure, rotates through.
Somebody has to help Net here. They know exactly what's going on. They just broke some utility. The turret now down 2. There's nobody here to help Net.
But does he need it? Does he need it if he can? Oh, they're going to know where he is. Yeah, a double peek swings through. You're absolutely right.
Holy
He just
shit.
falls apart.
Their awareness is
Jonah P,
insane.
Now the next line of defense on
Can he
this
delay?
3-man flank.
He might be able to delay for the fault line, and this
Pushing
is a
spawn.
huge lane to go up.
Oh.
Repositions. The paranoia is out as this can be countered backside, and now the rest of PRX push their way up along Jonah P. The flash! It's great. It's a great shot, but that's all it's going to be. Trent's in a 1v3.
Full defuse.
Is that a 1v2? And yeah, Forsaken looks to stick it. He had to
Wow.
go aggressive, and he
Okay,
had no choice. Too
both
many
teams play that
targets.
really
PRX
well there,
gets
by the way.
Dude, the fact
So
that
the way that the guard did it, okay, they both played this round really well, and it came down to hitting shots. But once the guard identified that they were coming heavy at long C, they noticed that it was low numbers at spawn. Therefore, they're going to try to push through spawn and play the high number advantage, like, because it'd be like a 3v2 or a 4v2 in the spawn area. So that's why they pushed that side, because they knew that the majority was over here.
Only Trent not forcing. He doesn't have anything right now. 2,000 credits as well. I think he might have just forgotten there.
But no, they played so well as a team together.
Forsaken just so close to spotting ahead. Has to dash backwards, eventually falls. Now we see that the force up is there, but PRX have gotten 2 big kills.
Yeah, already shutting it down. Look at Valen's HP too. He got shot up through that smoke.
Yep.
And if they can't stop exactly that, this is already over in a sense.
Yeah, this is a massive problem for the North American representatives. They're going to try to
spotted all 3. He just spotted all 3.
Yeah, the flash, it doesn't affect him at all. There's a
Oh,
second,
nobody cleared it.
and he just cleans him up.
Love the patience too there for him not to use the paranoia in that moment to give up his
He
position.
like kind of
easily
cleared
just
it, but
fell
didn't
back,
clear it.
And then all the surprise factor gone. And now that they forced into that, you have to question how you respond, because Trent bought a Vandal immediately.
Perhaps for Saya.
Yeah. No, I genuinely think that he just forgot to buy up in that situation.
No crash is the call to left clear.
Especially now that he actually bought a sheriff and armor. It just tells that there was no follow-up plan with that. I was thinking maybe in case they get off in the next round, if they won the force, but just can't quite sell that idea to me, given the scoreline.
Forsaken has to dash away, but not without taking
They're
the
so
opposing
aggressive.
jet down.
I mean, what is this?
I mean, you know you've got
I swear to God, man. They literally just run at
also
you.
got their mental in check too at this point. You got a Cypher player peeking out of garage, dry. I mean,
Oh my gosh.
Jonah P with little to no options. May not know where he is, but ultimately Benkai gets the last. That's a 3rd on the round for him. The guard didn't have much for a buy. They actually really had nothing. But the window's closing.
yes.
Bala.
Yes.
This
It'll be
very well might the
hilarious
last opportunity
if
for the
if
guard to
Paper
make a
X
run
gets the
at this
12th
thing.
round and then they take
Well,
attack.
You do have to, you know, temper
That
a
is-
little
that-
bit.
it's
how
always
dies.
always
This
funny
don't
using
get
your
me wrong,
attacks
I'm
like
just
that.
Saying that they've made these kind of comebacks before.
Because
I
you
mean,
get a
against
certain
Optic,
amount
it's
on
very
each
similar on their
what's it called on
attacking
each
half
side.
as well, to bring it back and actually claim that first seed on the final map of that final. In this exact situation, I just think that the way the Paper Rex is playing, but that's competition that they've been watching
Is this
forever.
guard's a
That's
living? Yeah, it
competition
is.
that they've been targeting forever on their various different squads and
How do you
teams
stop
last
it?
year in VCT.
You have to
This is
prior you have to
completely-
watch the
I mean, we've
teams
seen Paper Rex one time
and kind of like make a counter
it's
plan
not
to
like
them.
they're scouring the SCA VODs.
Look at Divine Forsaken, man. The pop flash through the smoke, but Trent with the big kill. Meanwhile, the rest of his team is taking C.
Because I guarantee you, Paper X have watched the guards' gameplay because
Giving up
there's
that
a
space, though,
lot
because
on
the
them,
Trailblazer looks like they
and
actually want to re-explore into garage.
they have an
I think that's
idea
a
of how
great
to
choice,
exploit
given the
stuff.
fact that they saw the Trailblazer come from behind.
Look at how far off Benkai's playing, too. Basically back and
He has the ult. Jonah P. Big ult down long.
Rolling Thunder's gonna hit 3. Buys time.
Just waiting.
Waiting for their moment to strike. Now they creep forward. The paranoia is gonna delay even longer. Excellent out of Valen, but you know the hit's coming. It's just inevitable. It's just a matter of time, and the guard stuffs
they
it.
shredded them. The blender.
There's a start. There's something, a little spark.
That's nice, but not nice enough to die in. Let's win and get out of here.
Jonah P's ults have been huge. His gameplay so far also massive. One of the reasons why they've gotten a couple rounds on the board. Obviously, there's been situations where there have been slight mistakes, but I wouldn't fault him for any of those. He's 18 and 13 right now. And looking down all the way through, Valen at 4 and 13, he was a big reason turning up in those final matches to qualify here for Iceland. He's the IGL and a controller player, but
Damn, they're doing the same play.
Same play.
If it does, it works, and they're doing it again.
Gorgeous, man. That's just unbelievable gorgeous.
See if side player.
Oh, what an interesting way to
A little bit of
entry.
his own as he dashes back sight. The Leer causes problems again.
And there's no smokes.
What an interesting entry from Saya.
Oh, they're going to rotate out, but you've got to be careful because, yes, Forsaken has already gotten his way into spawn, and he's got the blades. They're not expecting him. He swings around, dashes back, eventually falls a 2v2 for the round.
And hey, I feel like we've seen this round just from the other side.
Yeah.
This time, though, there's no jet to receive. That was Saya player in the first half. And it's going to be the exact same situation, except now, Paper Rex coming on the flank. That alarm bot, if he gets back over towards sewers, it's going to come back up. And if they both try to flank,
Placing swamp grenade.
that could be huge for Net, but they're not going to. It's just Jing. He could also TP past, but they're both aware.
First smoke, alarm bot gives his position away, and Jonah P's waiting for
Enemy
it.
remaining.
Great shot.
It all falls onto Jing.
Jing's been having a game though.
An opportunity.
He just has to
clutch
break
this out
the swarm.
and essentially put a nail in the guard's coffin, at least on Haven. He's got to explore where they are. They have no idea.
Jonah got such a
P
good timing right
patient
there.
Swings out at just the right time to land the 3rd kill of the round and get the guard to 6.
Great play from Net to find multiple openings in that round as well. Forsaken had a chance as well to put that completely away. And maybe actually put the nail in the coffin for this map right here. First kill on the Trent, but just not finding Jonah P. And that was a 2 versus what? That must have been 4 at least.
Yeah, I think so.
Net finding the kill in the garage as well. Okay. One thing I've been really, really happy with from the guard, which I think they're actually leaning away from, specifically
Shouldn't he
because of
have
the way
let
that
him pass?
Rex plays to stay aside, has been their conditioning towards Along.
He might have
And their
only
gaming against
heard
Optic
the one
was
dude.
concentrating
I don't know.
of
Sometimes
utility.
the audio on LAN is different.
Through the cage.
Great opener, and they don't stop to get the orb down C long. They just go with 3 players 1 point away. Decide that the prize is bigger on the site. Trent manages
You know what?
to get in.
I think
gets
the
this
one
down.
way to stop
4-man
Saya
retake
player's
coming
entry
out for Paper Rex.
is you play on plat. Because he's starting that smoke. If you can get into his smoke before he can,
Dash. There it is, and
then-
he finds the opener onto Saya.
There's the secret.
Forsaken gets another. The Seekers come out.
Oh my
Forsaken's
gosh.
been such a problem, and now Jing is here too.
Wait, what's
The
this ult?
lockdown comes out.
He's sticking.
Valen's got to push forward.
The molly.
Mind Freak.
He broke it.
He's gotten it that far, but Forsaken still back sight.
He can have time to this.
Oh,
he has
Valen's not
time.
going to be able to swing out in time.
Oh
but
my
he
God.
Stops it. In the last second, he stops it.
That is
Oh my gosh.
just so close. I can't believe what I'm witnessing. Net with
bro,
the lockdown.
I just
as
almost
the
had a heart
attacker
attack. I
in
actually almost had a heart
spawn.
attack.
And it pressures them enough to make a couple of mistakes, although still so well played. Form Forsaken. The fact that he gets that molly
Yeah, that was
is
massive,
ridiculous.
bro. Massive.
That's the reflex shot of the day, to be honest.
Look at the, I mean, how much time?
If he won that,
How small of a sliver was there?
that would have been ridiculous. That would have been ridiculous.
They just keep doing it over and over.
Sure.
That Jonah Pia net had. I mean, that's definitely something that'll claw at your head. I think, though, now that we're in the lower bracket, I mean, maybe we'll see those types of same collapse. Well, it wasn't collapse.
Look at Forsaken.
He's just
Creeping forward.
I thought he was going to peek again.
I think he took 2 shots.
Oh.
Jonah P has been unreal this game. For a guy that's played 6 different agents heading into Reykjavik, And Breach was not even really in his repertoire until they
Oh
towards this
shit!
comp
This is.
on Haven.
They're gonna regroup towards A. The waste of the dog is gone,
He's got
so they don't have a scout. They have to scout with their
We saw with
bodies.
the RX.
It looks
We
like they're
saw
regrouping
anytime,
towards
actually,
A.
any Breach player plays on this map. It's such a main focus to get his ult up as many times as possible on this attacking side. But
Oh
once again,
no, they're okay. They're going
are
back.
completely avoiding this A side.
Okay, that's a good read
And
then.
just putting his alarm bot down, waiting to see if they're actually going to spring anything.
Yeah, and if you're the guard here to continue to talk about that rolling thunder, you want to try to get through this round without using it, if at all possible. Carry it into the next round. You know you're at.
Yeah, you see what I mean by the way he's entering right now?
Go, but
It's a counter if you sit right here, and then as soon as he goes into his like he throws a smoke, you just go into it.
That you're gonna have as far as resources go.
That's like a free kill. Because he's doing the same entry every time.
Another long stroll out for Paper X, as it seems like the retake attempt is going to be coming in from a couple of different angles, but given how the guard have set up, it seems like they've dotted all their I's, they've crossed all
What
their
about the
T's.
stun? Trust me, the stun isn't as good as you think it is.
As well on the spawn. That looks like.
But the way he's smoking you, I'm pretty sure you can kind of weave away from the stun.
But the spray deters that. And at this point, not enough time. They're going to try to get a couple kills on their way out.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, try to get whatever they can. Devi is the last one there. And he falls with a flash in his hand, so the guard get out
when
of
you get
that.
breach stun,
They save key
your bullets
ultimates.
become
They carry
magnetic.
3 rifles into the next round. And I mean, look at Jonah P's economy.
Yep.
And Valence. I mean, this is an excellent
They've
setup
got
for the
bank.
guard.
They've
Yeah.
got bank.
You only keep doing that because it's
Meanwhile,
working, right?
Paper
Yeah.
X.
I mean, their C hit keeps
Trench.
working, so they're just running it
The op
constantly.
from Forsaken.
They're
Actually
getting some
brought up.
momentum
He
back.
doesn't have any smokes. He doesn't have an updraft, anything like that. Oh, he is on top C long.
Is it just me, or is it only
This
going
time,
on
though,
one
look
side
at
of
where
the
the
gear?
alarm bot is
Am I crazy?
focused. Look at where their attention is turned towards.
I feel like
The
it's
fault
going
line for
more
A
on my
long
left
to
here.
deny any play into it, and again, Valen with the aggressive smoke.
But they've done this so many times. They flash, they pop flash right out, and
They're
there
not
it
there,
is
though.
with the paranoia too. So they invest the utility. Devi pushes forward, and he takes care of Trent. The counter paranoia is there, but Dring has shown up.
Down A.
And now Devi can continue to push forward as well. The Seeker's coming through.
By himself. Mind Freak has to get here fast.
They've got to handle this very quickly. Mind Freak flash still gets the kill onto Jonah P. Net left alone in a 1v3.
I got this one.
Even if he gets this kill on the Mind Freak, Benkai is here to deny. And Forsaken was on the flank
Oh
too.
my gosh.
Nets, unfortunately, not going to pull any heroics out. And the first time the guard switches
I'm just going
gears
deaf
and
in
heads
one
towards
ear.
that A
Wait.
side, I thought actually that this trap play that
My
they
ears
set
just
up
plugged.
completely didn't work because nobody was there. But Trent back is turned.
Nice call, man. I like it, man. Do the call, man. Nice.
Bro, they're doing such a good job playing around smokes.
Yes.
Out of garage, out of long. The pop flash is there. They apply it in different areas. And it's been so problematic.
Look
for
at
the guard.
Jing. Look at Jing and Forsaken. They've got something cooked up here. Forsaken's on the top of the box inside of B, so he's guarding the window for Jing to walk out mid. But the guard fast over towards the A site, and Forsaken has to switch gears.
Jing's running fast too. Look at him. He's already gotten back into A main. And I don't know that
Trent.
they're going to expect it. They're not expecting it, but the turret's there. It doesn't matter. He lands one. And now they know that there's a snake behind enemy lines.
Oh my god,
They have
Jing.
to take care of the pressure behind them. The Lear to swing out, patient, but Net cleans him up. What a response. Numbers, the guard. Patiently waiting as he takes care of Forsaken. He's going to have an opportunity at Mind Freak. Unable to capitalize as somehow PRX have gotten it back to a 2v2. Valent pushing forward, cleans him up.
Oh.
It's all on to Benkai, and it's not going to happen this time. The guard
Random blast
live to
up.
fight one
Yeah,
more
is the
round.
audio fucked, or am I crazy?
3 rounds closer.
It's 100% going out more on one
Caught
ear.
the flank actually from Jing. That could have been so crazy. I can't believe that kill from Net.
And even that kill from Sai when he's flashed up, if he doesn't get that kill, he doesn't get into a position to take care of Forsaken.
Yep.
Right? Like, it's massive.
Yeah,
Yep.
it is.
Exactly. And Valen fired up now as well. We mentioned his scoreline, by the way. What did I say? 4 and 10 or something like that.
Slow start. Yeah.
Since then,
They're
back
gonna
up.
they're gonna go fast down C long.
So I did this.
The
my
paranoia, the
left is
flash,
slightly
the dash
louder.
out. He's got the blades, but they wait. They're patient. They don't check Trent. What a response from the guard. They knew it was coming.
They continue though. Wow, just completely shut down. And that's the type of play that we actually saw Saya and the guard play yesterday as well.
Gorgeous.
And it gets shut down here. Paper Rex still fighting into this though. Again, their economy low. Anything they could bite into the bank makes these rounds harder for the guard.
That's already two. He just turned on the Empress. The Seekers are there. My goodness.
Yo, Jing is crazy, man.
Yeah,
I've never
he's a
seen
lunatic,
something
bro.
like that.
Spike
He's a
planted.
lunatic. Benkai with nothing but a sheriff.
Telling a bedtime story.
There's no way in.
Oh.
No way in at all as the guard get to 10.
And you can see the response right away from losing that round over towards A. Shifting gears again back towards what was working. And Paper Rex, we've talked about in the first half how many times they had to actually, the guard had to switch up their plans and how they're covering certain things, but we really haven't seen many changes at all from Paper Rex. It's just Forsaken kind of floating. Other than that, Jing is just walking down towards A.
Here.
Last time it was also up mid as well on the flank.
Here.
Didn't quite work out.
The guard have managed to work their way up to double digits. Still have a couple of key ultimates to work with.
Oh.
And you can see Forsaken wanted to go, man. He's got the operator and he hits two! Oh no, he repositions, goes up top.
No, don't peek that.
No way,
What?
this is how Haven
Down,
ends.
C.
Forsaken just puts the map on his back.
Last player
He just takes over at the end of the day, but perhaps Valen can do it. In a 1v3, the smoke provides cover, understands there's an op over his left shoulder now.
It's going to be Valorant versus Jing.
Versus the rest
Oh
of Paper
my
Rex, and
gosh.
it's not going to happen. The
Defenders
guard's
win.
map pick goes over to Paper X as they put the guard on elimination.
Ridiculous. I mean, for this to be even a match, the first seeds out of APAC and NA right now, and Paper Rex to be the ones who lead the charge again on the guard's map
Holy.
pick.